This year, you became director of the World Food Program, the largest humanitarian organization in the world. How does that feel? Is it exciting? Is it daunting?
All of that. It is exciting. It is daunting. It is, in very simple terms, it's a blessing. To take all the experiences that I've had in my career, from my community service work as a young person, my legal career, my work in the U.S. National Food Assistance Programs, as well as my government expertise and my role as a diplomat, and tie all that up into the opportunity to serve and to feed 100 million people a year. It is nothing less than the opportunity of a lifetime for me to work with these people, these individuals who put themselves in harm's way every day in order to ensure that the most vulnerable people on our planet have access to food.
Hunger affects 1 in 7 people globally. How much awareness do you think there is in the U.S., and are we doing enough?
How much awareness is there in the U.S.? Unfortunately, not enough. And that's a big part of my role as executive director of WFP, is working with others to raise awareness, finding new partners every day and knitting up our cause with their voices to ensure that we can raise the public will, not just in the United States, but around the world, about the opportunity that we have to ensure that children don't go to bed hungry, that children aren't stunted because they're filling their stomachs with food that doesn't provide them with the micronutrient support that they need to grow and have happy and healthy lives.
Well, it's no understatement to say that this is a big job. I mean, you're dealing with 15,000 employees and over 100 million people around the world.
Yes.
What is the hardest part?
The hardest part about this job is recognizing that I don't have all the answers. You don't get to this point in your career if you haven't been a problem solver, if you haven't had the ability to come in and get a team from point A to point B. And I'm not going to have all the answers. That was a stark realization for me.
And how do you define power?
Power is an opportunity to make change. And if you have power and you're not using it to make change, then it's a waste. Some people have power that they use to support their own opportunities for growing themselves financially, physically, and that's how they define power. For me, power is simply, can I make a difference? Can I make change? Can I ensure that the world that my children, my grandchildren inherit from us, my generation, from me, and after my work, is a world that I'm proud of?
And I think traditionally power is considered as concentrated in the worlds of business, in politics. We've actually, in the last few years, added a humanitarian category to our power list. Do you think that the face or perception of power might be changing?
I think the face of power must change. Our world is changing. If we've lived through a period when we've gone from a Western-focused idea of what is power, what is strength, what is leadership, and that face has changed with globalization. And because it's the face of leadership, the face of power has changed, the definition of power has changed. And it's no longer singly or simply money and business development and even job creation. It is quality of life. It is building a world where we have control, or we can impact positively the environment that we live in. And that takes different types of power, different types of leadership than we traditionally valued in the United States.